So first of all, I wanted to congratulate you with doing so much in such a small amount of time. What advice would you give to somebody who is looking to do the same type of top tier shows in such a short amount of time?
Best advice would be just to plan out your days. I think sometimes even I've learned so much doing these two shows, and leaving things to the last minute doesn't help. You really have to take it one day at a time and really plan out, say, 6 days in advance, saying today I'm going to do these tasks, tomorrow I'm going to do this, and really learning to kind of rely on other people as well. I think a lot of designers like myself like to kind of do everything and have such a control, like I'm such a control freak. So I always want to do every single detail, but sometimes you do need to pull someone else to do your buttons and kind of try to use other resources.
Exactly. Was it hard for you to transition from doing like very local small shows to just basically jumping the gun and doing like those very top tier shows?
When I was doing the local shows, the lighting was already set for you. You didn't have much of a creative kind of way you could do like videos in the background. You couldn't do a lot of things. Everything was just, oh, please submit your 5-minute song. That's all you had to do. Hair, makeup. You could give a little bit of your kind of what you wanted, but basically they were pretty much saying like, oh, hair slicked back because your models are going to be in the next show and the next show after. You really don't have a lot of creative input for a lot of things. These top tier shows were crazy, like the amount of things that the amount of input that you do have. Without actually Sean's team, Agent Select, I really wouldn't have been able to do any of these. Like, I didn't know the different lighting setups. You just don't know. You have no idea.
It's awesome. It's awesome that you're doing these top tier gigs, and I can't wait to see what you do next. What could we expect from you in like a year from now, per se?
I still don't want to go too far, so I still really love like structured blazers and kind of like coats and kind of like overwear pieces. But I think I'm actually going to pair them with like dresses and pants and do my own kind of
like full sportswear type.
Yes, for sure.
So just to come here and see it all in person, it was like a heavenly experience to see such a cool, authentic take on such a classic piece. Will you be doing like very classic silhouettes for your sportswear and like doing the similar type of like little detailing, do you think?
I do want to get a little bit more, or let my creativity run wild for a couple pieces as well. I want to see how that goes and what happens, so we'll see.
So what is your process from beginning to end designing a collection? Where does it start? Do you have a mood board that you work with? Like what is going on in your brain when you're just starting out?
Sometimes, honestly, like I'm just doing my work, and even when I'm focused on that work, my brain just starts thinking about what I wanted to do or what I want to make right at 5 p.m. when I get home. Yeah. And sometimes a lot of inspiration too comes from like walking down the street, like down Bay Street, Toronto, and you do get, you just walk down, you see all these businessmen, but that one guy just strikes your eye, and you're trying to figure out why he kind of looks better than everyone else. Yeah. But it's just usually his style, or like just your...
He's wearing Candace Daniela. I think that's what it is.
And you just realize like, oh, it's just like small details, right? Like, oh, like part of his suit has like a piece of velour on it. Yeah. And that kind of is what catches your eye, and just the way he walks, like he's very confident, and things like that kind of just keep my mind going. And during the day, and sometimes I'll have to draw it out so that I don't forget and like try to focus on work.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I go home and I have to, I don't know, I think a lot of other designers are the same too. I can't have an idea and put it aside. I have to have an idea and make it now.
It's like a obsessive compulsive
Right,
idea.
it's so obsessive.
Yeah.
And I can't stop until it's done.
Yeah.
But then while you're doing that piece, you start thinking about the other piece, because now when you're cutting, you start being like, oh, what if I did this?
Yeah, doing like different design
Right,
variations.
and that's more or less like how my process goes. I don't really do the whole mood board or plan it out exactly that
it's
way.
just like very straightforward. It's
Right.
like I have this, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna cut it into little like newspaper
Yes,
things
exactly.
or whatever.
So, but I do try to like pick out my colors ahead of time.
For sure.
And kind of know sort of what materials I want to use.
Mm-hmm.
But for the actual shapes and designs, it's really just sitting there.
Yeah. I admire the designers who do it like you do, because you save so much time, I would think, rather than like calling different people and being like, is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? It's like,
That might be the smarter way.
I know, but is it really the fun way?